Guys, I start school in 1 day. I'm kind of scared for this year because Texas rules as well, Texas laws that Governor Greg Abbott released. The cell phone policy, the cell phone law, I think it was HB 1481, I think, something like that. But it clearly states that no student is allowed to have their phone out or any electronic device out during school hours. And he gave the option for school districts to ban school cell phones or keep electronics in a safe place, like a backpack or like yonder pouches, whatever. Luckily in my school, they don't waste any money on yonder pouches or any type of other security. They just say, put it in your backpack, don't take it out until the last bell. And what's stupid is that this law, we can't take out our phones during lunch, passing period, or even off periods. Now for elementary kids, obviously it doesn't really impact them because they're not allowed to take their phones out anyway. Middle school, kind of not a big deal. The middle schools in my district ban cell phones. You have to put it up when the bell rings. In high school though, it's a little more like before the law came, take out our phones during like past periods and all that, lunch and all that. Now we can't. The law is completely dumb. It would make sense to ban phones inside the classroom. Once you enter the classroom, you put away your phone and you're not allowed to take it out. But like during like past periods, when you're out in the hall or during lunch, like you want to take out your phone. And that's what I do. For the last 2 years, I'm a junior now. For the last 2 years, I was able to take out my phone and at lunch, past period, and I guess I can't because they banned it. Unless Abbott decides to like reinforce the law, make it a little bit better, like let us have more freedom and just ban it inside of classrooms, please, maybe, then people will be less angry, more happier, and parents won't have to worry about safety and all that. Just ban it inside the classrooms, but when you're out in the halls or at lunch, just let us use them. I believe I could survive with the phone ban because back in middle school, obviously I had to put it up and I couldn't really use it, but I did hide it sometimes, but not that much. So maybe I can survive with it, but for the last 2 years I gotten used to using my phone during passing period and lunch, and now we can't do that again. Before I talk about classes, another thing that I'm worried about is the freaking schedule change. Like the times, they changed it a whole bunch. They added 5 minutes to our school day, which not even a big deal, but it completely shifted our schedule around. Instead of going to school at 8:40 when the first bell rings, it rings at 8:30, so earlier now, and school ends at 3:55 instead of 4. And the only thing they added time to was our advisory period. Nothing else. Everything stayed the same, except the times, of course. And then the last thing, this is really scaring me, but this scares me a little bit, but I think I'll do fine. My schedule is a little bit complicated. I'll talk about all my classes I'm taking this year. First period is law enforcement 2. Basically, it's literally in the name. Just a law class that you want to get ready for pre-law or like public service to be a police officer or whatever. Second period I have chemistry, but I'm taking honors. I'm kind of scared for that one. I heard that chemistry was pretty hard for some kids, especially with the smart kids that are above level that took chemistry last year. I heard it was kind of hard but also easy. I got the teacher that all of my above friends got, so I think I should be good. After second period is advisory. I think it's the same from last year. Third period, US history, AP. Yeah, I'm taking A push this year, so good luck to me. Heimler is probably gonna help me with this, and lots of reading and writing. Fourth period, I got algebra 2 honors. I did so well in algebra 1 and geometry that I decided to take it up a notch and do honors. I'm pretty good at math. Geometry last year kind of killed me, but I'm better at history than math, so I don't know. Let's see how I do this year. And I got lunch in the middle of fourth period, so I got the middle lunch, so B lunch. It's in between classes, which is kind of good, but when we have tests, it's kind of bad. We gotta do A or C lunch, which is before or after fourth period. Fifth period, English. I have a new teacher this year that I haven't seen before, so hopefully he's chill. Sixth period, I got Avid. Avid is basically like a college readiness course, kind of, sort of. My school actually does college trips, like 2 or 3 every single year, and so far pretty good. Last year I went to A&M and Sam Houston, and I love it. And then 7th period is Spanish 2. Not gonna lie, I don't want to do Spanish 2, but it's required to graduate. I didn't get the teacher I had last year because she said she was gonna do Spanish 2 again, but I guess she didn't, or I just didn't get into her class. So, but her class is like right next door to my Spanish 2 teacher this year, so I could just go visit her, not gonna lie. And also this class makes you interact with everyone like every day, and I just don't want to do all that because it's the last period. I'm gonna be tired out. I'm kind of not excited for that, but it's a pretty easy class though. So yeah, that's my schedule. So not gonna lie, junior year, people say junior year is the hardest year, and I think the only thing that's gonna make it harder is no phones. But like I said, I think I'm gonna survive with that. So not too bad. I'm kind of ready for this year, kind of not.